the eye of Charley is going to pass directly over downtown Punta Gorda.
Yes, it does look that way.
I want to show you, move you over here. This gives you an indication of the winds we're starting to see.
When I just say destruction, I really do mean that's what's here.
Horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. The main thing is we're alive.
And our Hurricane Week coverage continues, and we're focusing today on Hurricane Charley on the 20th anniversary when that storm made landfall basically where I'm sitting today at the beautiful, I mean, it's gorgeous. The Peace River is behind me. It's beautiful out here at Fisherman's Village. So it's absolutely gorgeous, much different story than it was 20 years ago today. On the 20th anniversary, people in Punta Gorda knew they had to take some time to reflect and to remember what they had survived. It brought the community together. So they wanted to bring the community together again to remember. So I spoke with Dr. Jennifer Zoebelein, the Charlotte County historian, about how they could do that.
Charley is an important part of this community's history.
And to learn from the past, historians are using the county's library to showcase news footage and newspapers from August of 2004.
From a historical perspective, what do you think the impact that the hurricane had on this community, now that you can look back 20 years?
Right. So I think certainly for Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte particularly, what they were before, both physically, right, but even historically as well, if we think about historic buildings and the landscape, dramatically changes with Charley.
You need to now actually think about protecting yourself.
The Category 4 storm made landfall on the barrier island of North Captiva, splitting the island in half. The headlines coming to life for retired NBC2 meteorologist Robert Van Winkle.
The cut that was on North Captiva, basically splitting North Captiva in half, and now 20 years later, that has been healed. So it's a really great example of how these barrier islands help to protect the mainland by diverting storm surge.
Charley then crossed over Pine Island Sound and came ashore near Punta Gorda, forever changing downtown.
The idea behind that was to provide people with a window into that event. We do have a lot of patrons here who were not here in 2004. Right. We have other people who were. Right. So the exhibit is one way to engage with that history.
The downtown you see today is largely rebuilt since the hurricane.
So there were kind of these ideas to put the old and the new together, but also create, I think, a modern city and create a downtown that now so many people come and enjoy. Again, a lot of resources were lost, hotels were lost, historic buildings were lost.
The landscape was changed forever, a fitting title for the interactive history lesson.
It's a really interesting display, and it's good to see that there's stuff like this that's been saved for people that didn't experience it.
Yeah. And the display will be available at all of the libraries in Charlotte County through the next month into September, so you can see it if you like. And today, they're actually running footage of all the news footage that ran at the library, and so that is still going on as we speak. And if you haven't been to downtown Punta Gorda in a while, you need to get here. It is a magical little city. It's really rebuilt itself, so support the businesses here because it certainly is a special place.
It definitely has its own character.
Yes.
It's definitely like any other, it's different than all the other cities in
Well, they had a
Southwest
chance
Florida.
to think about it and plan it and rebuild it in a way that makes sense.
And there's some good food. There's
Yes,
some really
for
good
sure.
food. All right, let's talk